Hey everyone, welcome back. In this class, we're going to look at the different types of options you have when setting your source and the targets for using schema compare. So let's get started. So here I have schema compare for Oracle open, and as you saw from previous sessions, the first thing you need to do is to specify a source and a target for comparison. In previous classes, we looked at a database to database comparison, but as you can see, you also have additional options, such as snapshot and scripts folder. So let's take a look at each of these options here and talk about when you can use them. So snapshot, for those of you who are not familiar with it, it's basically a representation of the schema or the objects that you have in your database. So a couple of use cases for snapshots is, for example, for having a rollback strategy. So you could take a snapshot of your target environment prior to deployment. So just in case if the changes that you deployed need to be rolled back, then you can always compare back to that snapshot by setting the snapshot as your source and generate a rollback script that matches that snapshot that was taken. Another really good use case for snapshots is for drift detection. So when you're deploying to any given environment, if you could take a snapshot of that target environment every time you deploy to it, then when the next deployment comes, as a pre-deployment process, you could actually compare the snapshot to that target environment and make sure that the target environment is still in that state when the snapshot was taken. So if they're identical, that means everything looks good. Then you can go ahead and generate the deployment script and execute it against your target. But if the comparison between the snapshot and that target database doesn't match, that means either someone went in and manually made a change to that environment, or the environment or the schema drifted for some reason. So it's a really good tool to have as part of your deployment process to catch issues if there is any. The next option is the scripts folder. We briefly looked at this option when we looked at the source control for Oracle course. And we saw how we could use this option to roll back our development database back to a specific version from source control. So in this case, this option not only can be used for rolling back to a specific version from source control, but it can be used to generate the roll forward scripts from your source control repository to deploy to your higher environments. In future courses and sessions, we're going to look at how we can implement a DevOps process using these tools that we are looking at now. And obviously, one of the key requirements is to have a process where all your changes are coming out of source control, and source control is your true source of truth. So, and this tool enables you to do that. So you can source control your changes using source control for Oracle and set that repository or the scripts folder that exists in your repository as the source of your comparison to your target environments in order to generate your roll forward script or your deployment script and then execute those scripts out to your target databases. That's it from now. Join us in future videos for us to go over some of the customization options that you have when working with schema compare for Oracle. Thanks for watching.